What's up, everybody? That one Andrew here. Welcome back to another gaming room tour video. Yeah, I feel like this is like the majority of what I do these days. Not to say that this will be all that I do, but if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you know I go on hiatus for a while. Mainly because I'm sleepy, but I figured that I'd make another gaming room tour video because moved again. Hopefully we don't move for a while because I'm kind of tired of moving. But yeah, this is not going to be a super in-depth video. It's going to be more of a lay of the land video. And by that I mean I'm not going to go through all the game piece by piece. I think in one of the last videos I just kind of like I kind of just showed the shelves and things like that. There might be a couple games that I point out specifically that I really enjoy or kind of admire, but yeah, let's just jump into it. So over here we have the door. This is probably my favorite part because this is how I get in and out of the room. That's super important sometimes. And have some decorations on the wall. We've shown these Persona things before, I'm quite sure and confident. I think I've shown this before. Surely I have. But if you haven't seen my other videos, this is the Last of Us 2 backpack, Ellie's backpack, and then this is Ghost of Tsushima. It's a flag that came with it. I have this lamp that I can say, Alexa, make the lamp blue. And it didn't work. Well, you know, that happens sometimes. But it is controlled by Alexa. I guess it knows I'm recording. And we'll just start on this side. So I have too much stuff. That's why this shelf is here. It's kind of in an awkward position, but it's here. Have some more collectibles at the top. I really like this controller. This is a Zelda controller I got for my brother on my birthday, but it just kind of sits up there because I have a million other Joy-Cons. And this is my PlayStation shelf, I guess. The games aren't organized alphabetically, but they are organized by console. So these are all my PS1 games, and then I have some just kind of random NES, Genesis, Dreamcast, and I think these are PC games. Yeah, they are. Some PC games back there. Ideally, I would have nothing stacked on top, and these figures would all have their own space, but I don't have enough room, so that doesn't happen. I have my PSP games up here. I didn't ever really have a lot of PSP games, and I don't know if I sold. No, I think I gave it to my brother, because technically it was our PSP, and I was like, I don't play this, take it. And then I was like, wait, I want one. And I bought two different PSPs, and we might see them later, and both of them don't work. So a very fragile console, but there's some of the games, some of these, like freaking Open Season and Cars, they came in like bundles or whatever. But some other ones I really do like I do like that K-On! Rhythm game. I know, shocker, K-On! But it is a fun little rhythm game. It's kind of unique. I was really into End War for a while, went back to it, not so much. Parappa's good, Crisis Core good, Loco Roco's good. Random cut in the video. Alright. But yeah, then I have PS2 games, and like I said, I'm not going to... Oh, so now you want to talk, Alexa, huh? Now you want to talk. Okay. Then I have PS2 games. Now, the PlayStation 2 is a console. For reference, I was born in 97, so my gaming didn't really start till 360 and PS3, and everything else has been kind of backtracking, but there were some games growing up on the PS2 and GameCube specifically, I guess Xbox too, that I did play and I do have fond memories of, like Simpsons Hit and Run. Freaking love that game. That game is amazing. And then Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront is just so good. Battlefront 2 also so good. There is actually two. So these games I got recently, Silent Hill 3, and then this is Silent Hill 2. It didn't have the cover or whatever, but I did get those recently, and I started playing Silent Hill 3, and surprise, surprise, it's good. So that's something I'm looking forward to playing more of. My wife made me this. Fun things are fun. Again, I really like K-On! At least I did. I still like it. I haven't watched it in years, but I'm sure if I went back to it, I would love it. Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. That's a great game. I used to have Return of the King, or someone did. I don't have it anymore, or I never did, but I want to get it. And then Star Wars Episode 3 is a fantastic PS2 game. I also like the GBA version of it. Not the same game at all. It's a 2D side-scrolling GBA, and that's a 3B hack and slash, or 3D hack and slash. Both good in their own rights. We have PS3 next, and I love the PS3. I started gaming on the 360, and then I slowly started discovering, wait a minute, what's this place called Japan? And wait a minute, they make games from Japan? And then it was really like, oh my god, these games from Japan are better. So yeah, that's what those are. Again, sorry about all the, I got nowhere to put these. And they're not organized. Why do I have a Star Wars figure by a Kaon figure? I don't know. But some notable ones right here that I really like are none. None. Yeah. No, none. None over here. I guess The Last of Us. It's cool. I actually got into the PS3 around when The Last of Us came out. So I played the Uncharted trilogy and then I played Last of Us. And yeah, it's good, but I'm not going to get into that. There's some Vita games. I love the Vita. The Vita is my heart and soul. Danganronpa, which is right here. That's technically the third one. And the second one, I guess. But I really like that. These games are funny. A lot of weird anime games came out on the Vita, especially after the first couple years. But yeah, as you can see, there are more. Someone's really just walking downstairs right now. If you can't hear, the Alexa alarm is going off right now. But here's some more Vita games. I like a lot of Vita games. Tales of Heart R isn't bad. It's interesting. Gravity Rush, I love that game. I've platinumed it twice, once here and once on the PS4. If there's any Diva games, I really was into those. Freedom Wars, the HD version of Freedom Wars actually just came out, which, if Freedom Wars was good 10 years ago, I'm sure it's still good now, but it's one of those games where it's like, man, I wish this was on PS3 or PS4 when it came out. But those are those. Some more PS3 games are behind all these Yuis. I'm not sure. And Yakuza 4. One summer I played through Yakuza 1 through 6. And it was one of the best summers of my life. The Modern Warfare series, I actually played most of that on Xbox. But those are great. I have to keep pausing. I don't even know what I was saying before. But yeah, PlayStation 3. Notable games on this shelf. Uncharted games, which I mentioned before. I played this. Ooh, NCAA 13. That's what that says right there. Love that game. Don't play it anymore because the new NCAA came out, and we'll get to that. But played a lot of the game. Lost at that game a lot. Some more Vita games because Vita means life. Based off these ones down here. And you know, honestly, I bought a lot of Vita games because I love the Vita, but there was just a little bit of me that was buying it out of spite because everyone was like, if you weren't there, there was the whole, oh, Vita has no games, buy the 3DS, 3DS has games. Oh, you'll see my 3DS collection over there. Those are the good 3DS games. Vita had a ton of games, but also a lot of these are in Japanese. Last of the PS3 games are down here, and I'm not sure. I mean, a lot of these are good. I'm just kind of like pointing out the ones like, oh, I remember. The Fallout 3. Actually, my first PS3 game ever played. So, that's kind of cool. I don't think I made it out of the vault, but yeah. It's cool, I guess. That's all I can think of right now for those. So, that's the first shelf. It's the PlayStation shelf. PS1, 2, and 3. And then PS4 and 5 take up the next two shelves. This is when I became a big boy with big boy money, and I could buy things. And yeah, so we're gonna get to that, but I think showing the top shelf first would be better. I love this thing. It's a little squishy boba that I got from GameStop. Super cute. I've shown these off before, a lot of these figures. I don't think there's any new. I stopped buying collector's editions because, well, I'll move 5 times and then you'll stop buying things because it gets really annoying. But I kind of just put all my old collector boxes up there, and then I have these like row of figures up here. But yeah, those are up there. My wife bought me that for Christmas a couple years back. Super cute. I actually made a video, building it. It's supposed to be like one of those relaxing videos where I don't talk. So if you want to check that out, it's on the channel somewhere. Oh boy. So I got a lot of PS4 games. Last I counted, it was over 200. I don't think it's over 300, but it might be close. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Bob Ross, shout out. I got that for my birthday a few years back. I don't even know if like any of those like, oh my gosh, look at this PS4 game. I love Final Fantasy. So yeah, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, I guess, wherever that is on the shelf. But I got these figures. These are from, you know, when they're at Walmart and they have to dress up for Don Cornero and infiltrate. That's Yuffie, my favorite character. I only have one Yuffie figure right now, but I have 3 more ordered. So expect more of her the next time I make one of these videos, whenever that'll be. I'm just peeking around. Ooh, you know what? If Cloud will scoot over for a second. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, and now Aerith is in the way. There's no room in this world. Aerith, you're gonna go right there just for a second, because I want to show you this. This is technically the first collector edition I ever bought. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Hardened Edition. I recently actually replayed through all the Modern Warfare games. It was around Christmas time, and I loved the first 2. Started playing the 3rd one. I was like, wow, this game sucks. And then I actually kept playing the game, and I beat it. And then I was like, you know what? It's not too bad. I just didn't like the pacing, I guess, because 3, it makes sense because it's the 3rd game in the trilogy. It's just go, 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 go. Whereas the other 2 games kind of had some little build up. Anyways, it's not that bad. Some more PS4 games. A lot of Resident Evils over here. A lot of Call of Duties. I don't play Call of Duty a lot. I know I just said beat through the Modern Warfare series, but other than that, I don't play through. Like the new ones, I'll try them out. I beat the new Black Ops. I was like, yeah, that was a game. But House Flippers, actually, we don't like that game. I bought that game for my wife, and she was like, this game kind of sucks. Ooh, there's my 3DS that Peanut Butter Gamer signed. That was cool. And that was at SGC, I don't know, probably like 2014 or something like that. Some more K-On! Figures because I had a real obsession. We have some 3DS games over here. Any notable ones that I love? I mean, Zelda. I like Zelda. Zelda's probably... I need to make a, like, top 10 game franchises or something like that. Maybe top 10 games. It's very old school YouTube, but who cares? I'll make what I want. But I love Zelda. There's Majora's Mask 3D, right there. New Leaf. I played a lot of that game when I was younger. Here we go. Pokemon. I got this game because of a picture on Twitter, but it's Moemon Emerald version. It's a hacked version of Emerald where all the Pokemon are anime girls. It's brilliant. And it's an actual cartridge that works on my Game Boy. So that's super cool. But that's my DS collection. I have 999 Spectrobes, which my friend gave me. 3 Pokemon games, one of which it's a Game Boy game technically, and then Harvest Moon DS. I didn't play a lot of the DS. I do have Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass, but I don't have the cases for them. Looking through the rest of the 3DS games, I mean, I played it a bit. A lot of it was just Zelda. I don't think I have the case for... Ocarina of Time, but I play a lot of Ocarina of Time. I actually have it in the case on my bedstand, on my nightstand right now. So I still play a lot of it. Some more PS4 games. There's just so many. It's like, you see those PS2 collections where everyone, or older people have like a million PS2 games. Well, the PS4 is my PS2. Yo, shout out to SingStar. That's a blue one right there. I actually had a lot of fun playing that game with friends. Yeah, these are working night vision goggles, which is kind of sick. Came with the Modern Warfare 2 new one, not old one. It's something that I'd always wanted. I always wanted the old version that came in the Prestige edition, I think it was called, but I couldn't afford it because I was a broke kid. So the second I saw that as an adult, I was like, oh, I gotta get it. I guess I'll show this. This is my Mario bag. I went to Nintendo New York, bought this little guy there, Waluigi, and I kept the bag. And then this is yet another K-On! Thing. We don't talk about the closet. I have Rockman in here. I actually have like things that I use in here, but also all my collector's edition boxes because I don't know where to put them. And then just some stuff. Like there's just a, this is like a 28-inch, 32-inch curved monitor. And it's nice, but I don't have anywhere for it. This box is just falling. I don't know. Old. This is the GameCube of PS2. This is full of like PS2, Xbox, PS1 games. I bought this off, I think it's Facebook Marketplace for like $10. And there's some really good games in there. Like the GTA trilogy, Siphon Filter games. I think Metal Gear's in here, stuff like that. Like there's some genuinely good games, but they're just staying there. My Switch carrying case. 2 Quests. The Quest 2 and the Quest 3 are just back here with a Wii on top. Again, there's no... It's my old graphics card. It's a 970. It's nice. Lasted me almost 10 years running that thing. I was graciously given 3060 Ti, I think it's called, for free. And I was like, okay. Back to the shelves. More PS4 games. Again, I want to be like, oh, look at this is my favorite PS4 game. I don't know if I have a favorite PS4 game. I mean, I guess Persona 5. That's the reason I bought a PS4 in the beginning, was for Persona, because I got addicted to 4 on the Vita. And then I played 5, and I have a love-hate relationship with 5, but I think that's because I loved 4 so much, and I was like, this isn't the same as 4, which of course it's not going to be the same. But I don't know. I like a lot, like the Resident Evil remake games. Those are over here, RE2 and RE3. I like both of them, honestly. Those are good. I do want to show. I do have some PC games. Now you might see that I have StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty twice. Those are the only StarCraft 2 games that I have. I think there were 3 or 2 that came out. I'm not sure. I've had to make a list because when you have this many games, you accidentally start buying the same game. So there are a couple duplicates. My N64 games are over here. I can just show, like, I'll show a couple. Nice. Some of them are great. Some of them are, I don't know, like Banjo-Kazooie. Great game. All-Star Baseball 99. I'm not sure about that. But the only one that really matters is this one right here. It's one of the few games that my mother actually bought me. This and like a Pokemon game that we'll get to on the GameCube. But yeah, the Battle for Middle Earth 2. I haven't played it, but I've heard it's great, and I really want to play it. One of those Lord of the Rings. I ebb and flow with Lord of the Rings, and I sometimes get really into them. I start buying like all the books and all the games and stuff, and then I fall off, and then I come back. So that was one of those times. This is Catherine. Fantastic game made by the Persona team. But yeah, fantastic game. I like this. This came with the World Championship Edition. The game was okay, but I just like the retro cart. Looking around. Ooh. So it's almost become tradition, but every year for the last 3 years, me and my wife have gone to the Final Fantasy Orchestra. We went to 7 Remake, we went to 7 Rebirth this last year, and then we went to just like a Final Fantasy in general. I can't remember what it's called. But we've gone every year, and then I got this the last time, and it's like one of those, like, you know, see in Japan at concerts, one of those nice, and it changes color too. Super sick. And if you don't know, this is a Buster Sword. This is Cloud's sword, or Zack's, I guess technically. Spoilers for how old is the game? Almost 30 years old. Talking like I'm like 40 or something. It came out the year I was born, so I guess 27. What? That was hard. Hard math is the year I was born. Some more PS4 games. These are soundtracks that came with a lot of those collector's editions and things like that. Some more boxes. There's the NES Championship Edition box. There's just a Vita box. It's a rhythm game. Some PS5 games, because when I made the shelf, I was like, oh, okay. What am I going to do with all the new games that I buy? This is the answer. So, some things, dude. You see that Pac-Man game right there? Pac World Repack? I don't like that game. But some other PS5 games over there. Playing a lot of 2K lately because sometimes I like to act like a beefhead. More boxes. Night Trap. I know I've shown this before on these tour videos and stuff like that. Never opened it. It's worth like $5. I'm quite sure this game is terrible, but it's kind of funny that I have it. So, and maybe one day I'll play it. Actually, it's not a maybe. I will play it one day. I just don't know when. Another K-On. This is you in a chicken suit. I have a few mugs when we get to the Persona shelf, and I will quickly gloss over that because my plan is to, like, I'm the Persona guy, right? I'm going to go through my collection again one day because it has grown considerably since I did my last collection video. It's just so daunting because I'm sure you've already seen there are some Persona things over here, like the Yui figure that we looked at, or like this PS5 that's just sitting here. And by PS5, I mean PS4 that's just sitting here. But behind it, there are the PS5 games. And, you know, just to talk about the PS5 for a second, and these are PS5 games too, by the way. I'm sorry. So PS4 ends there. So PS4 was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shelves. And now we're on to PS5. So I just want to quickly say the new generation of game, I guess the current generation of games, is not bad. I feel like it has to do with where you are in life. I have this one friend who's like, gaming sucks now. Like, I bought the PS5. What's the point of the PS5? Like, there's no good games coming out. And I'm like, that's because you're not playing or buying any of them. There's so many amazing games coming out. Last year had so many great PS5 games. It kind of reminds me, now, not the same because nobody bought the Vita, but it reminds me of the way people talked about the Vita, of like, oh, the Vita has no good games. It was like, you're not buying them. You're not playing them. Of course you're going to say that. And I think that's what it is. It's like they just look at like the first party games. Like, yeah, Sony and the PS5 era, have they released some bangers? Not really. Everything's either been crossplay or cross-platform on PS4 or like a remake. So I get it if you're just looking at that, but there's so much more. Anyways, yeah, so those are there. And then just behind there is a few more games. Couldn't tell you if any of these are notable. I mean, I say that as if like, oh, these are all bad. No, they're not. Like Spider-Man 2, I platinumed. I love that game. But it's not near and dear to my heart. This, Spider-Gwen, I got at Universal Studios, is kind of near and dear to my heart. I love that thing. All right, some more PS5 games. This is last shelf of PlayStation. Might be the greatest game ever made. I beat it and said, wow, this is the greatest game ever made. And as I was playing it, I was like, this is the greatest game ever made. 105 hours later, I'm halfway through my hard mode playthrough. And I'm still like, yeah. This might be the greatest game ever made. I'm a big Corpse Party fan. It's a love-hate relationship. First 2 games are great. The rest of them are questionable. Looking through all this again, PS5. I think it's just too soon. There's nothing that's like, oh, near and dear. The Resident Evil 4 remake was really cool. I love Resident Evil 4, the original. I still haven't installed actually because I want to play through it in VR. But putting on the VR headset is like running a marathon for me. It's just something I don't want to do. It's a Persona, some stuff, because my Persona shelf is full. And now we move on to Nintendo. So, as I said before, I grew up 360 and PS3 was like my first console, but I did have a GameCube, and I did have a PS2, or at least my father did, and Super Mario Sunshine was the game that I played. That was it. But going back, obviously, like Wind Waker, banger, Twilight Princess, banger, Star Wars, Rogue Squadron, where is it? Like 3 is good, Rebel Strike's good, but Rogue Squadron, wherever that is, it's somewhere. I don't know. It's back here. It's right there. Banger. Like there's some, the GameCube, oh my god. Not a lot of games, but the games I hit, they're good. Double Dash is good. Animal Crossing is good. Finding Nemo? Not so sure about that. Pokemon Coliseum, that's the only other game I remember. That's not true. It was Pokemon Coliseum, Zelda Majora's Mask, and then some of the early Game Boy games. Those are the only games my mother bought me. Everything else, gifts from my grandparents, or I bought them myself. I have my Switch cases stacked on top because I don't have room for them. But those are up there. What are these? What is this? Oh, I forgot I had the game. And this is Wii Sports? Okay. Oh, yeah, I just have some games in, like, cases, I guess. Oh, it's Xbox. You know, when you have so many games, when you have hundreds of games, it's Splinter Cell, you just forget. And then I sit in here and I'm like, I have nothing to play. It's like, am I a moron? Yes. I like this shelf a lot. I like the Breath of the Wild, Link and Zelda, and then Majora's Mask right here in the middle, and then I got some of the amiibos. I sold like half my amiibos. It's probably over half. I only kept the ones I like, and you'll see in a minute. I still have a lot of them, but man, were we played for suckers with those amiibos. But more Switch games, notable Switch games. They never ported Twilight Princess, so there are none. My Wii collection is small. It only goes from here to here. I shouldn't say that's small. There's still a lot of games right there. It's relatively small because it used to be bigger. I know I told the story before. But slowly getting some good games, or getting the notable ones back. Like, I do have Wii Sports Resort behind Link back there now. Okami. I have Mario Galaxy 2, Brawl, which I like. I like Brawl. I know a lot of people don't. Pikmin with motion controls is fantastic. City Folk is fantastic. We play Mario Galaxy. Super Sluggers. Oh, I love that game. I love that. I know it's not great, but I love that game. And then I have the Force Unleashed 2 up there, which is a game. Wii U is right beside that. You want to talk about a love-hate relationship? I hate the Wii U. I love some of the games that came out for it. I am a proponent of good games do not equal good console. The Wii U sucks. And I own one, so I'm allowed to say that. I've played probably hundreds of hours on the Wii U throughout all of the games. It sucks. But Twilight Princess HD is a fantastic game. Dude, Smash Brothers Wii U, oh my gosh. I played so much of that. So yeah, like, other notable games, not a lot. The Wind Waker, which, as you can see, it's not open because I actually have it digitally. Same with Tropical Freeze, and then Nintendo Land and NES Remix. Actually, I have all those digitally. So ZombiU is an interesting game because ZombiU was one of those launch titles, and it was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then Ubisoft ended up porting it, and I just never played it. I think I got it again on like PC or something, but just never played it. Some more Switch games. So many Switch games. I'd have to dedicate a whole video to like, honestly, any of these, like just Switch games, just PS4 games, but I don't know, I probably won't do that. Some more Vita boxes. I have some Attack on Titan stuff. I love Attack on Titan. It's probably my favorite anime. I know I said K-On! Was my favorite anime 40 minutes ago. Make a freaking decision. I think Attack on Titan, even with the ending, is the best anime ever. It's so good. And remember, it's about the story. It's about the journey, not the destination. The journey is so good. The ending was whatever, but I'm not going to let 30, 40 minutes ruin an 80 episode series because that's silly. That's what silly people do. Anyways, it's great. I love my low toad. I love my little Isabel. This is not an amiibo, but this is a platypus. It's Perry the platypus. I think this is like some Disney game or something. Disney Infinity, which I never played, but someone gave me that. I think my brother gave me that. One of my brothers. This is a fake replica of the Breath of the Wild thing, and the reason I have a fake one is because when the game was announced, I pre-ordered the Master Edition or whatever right away, and like the day of release, Amazon just freaking canceled it, and then it was sold out, and it was like $600 because scalpers suck, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna. This was $5, and it looks literally the same, so I was like, I'm gonna get that. I got the like special edition or whatever. I think this was the only difference, was a stupid sword, and the official one was heavy, so I believe people are saying that it was starting to bend. This is flimsy hollow. This sucker will stay up for thousands of years. So take that. Anyways, Xbox. Xbox is a console. I said earlier that I started with the 360. I don't particularly like Xbox anymore. I will play some of it. I mean, you can see I have Xbox games. Shout out to Mass Effect. Oh my god. Top 10 series right there. Spoilers. I do have some Xbox One games. Most of those were either $1 or $4. But yeah, 360 games. I mean, I guess some of these are like Halo Reach was the first and until recently only Halo game that I'd beaten. It's pretty good. I mentioned all the Call of Duties before. Assassin's Creed 2, which is behind Link's stupid head. Top 10 game. I replay it almost bi-yearly. Yeah, so... And then there's just some more figures and stuff at the bottom. Some more amiibo. But that's the... That's kind of the back wall. And it does look... I don't know, it's kind of impressive. If not a mess. Looking at it from back here, but that's that. I have a mini fridge right here. This is a pop socket that I thought would be great for my phone. I put it on for like 2 minutes. I was like, I hate this, so I put it on my fridge. PSVR 1. The controllers for PSVR 2 because I keep PSVR 2 inside that drawer. One of those. I think it's top one. It's a college textbook because we're never really out of college. I love this poster. I got it, I think, a year and a half ago or something. It's fantastic. Some more Waluigi, sexy Waluigi. My Persona 25th anniversary. Here's the rest of my amiibos that I have. I mean, you can't even see all of them because they're like behind, but it's the Fire Emblem and Zelda ones with, you know, like, oh, I love Pikmin and I love Waluigi's little freaky guy. I mean, do I love Waluigi? But yeah, I just couldn't take it with... They're just cluttering, honestly. So, just got rid of them. Some of the mini consoles. This is a PlayStation 1 with a screen. I have a video talking about that, if you want to go check it out. This is a PlayStation TV. I think they're expensive now. But, again, I was a huge Vita fan, as you can see. And I bought everything Vita, so I have my American one down here that I still use. And then I have that Japanese one. One of my many PS4s that's hooked up to this monitor for, you know, if we ever stream or something like that. Just some more random stuff. My Steam Deck, the controllers for the things. I have these Mass Effect photos I know I've shown before. Some more amiibos. There's no special. I mean, there's Zelda and then Fire Emblem and Final Fantasy, so that's why they're in case. But yeah, I got an ultra wide monitor last year. This thing is sick. It's intimidating. It actually took me like 6 months to get used to. Every time I played games on it or like tried to be on it, it hurt my eyes, and I didn't like it for a while until I liked it. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. And then I have the other one on there over there. So yeah, I would go through these drawers. I mean, I guess it's a game room tour, so I can like peek in real quick. That's why we're here, right? So there's the PSVR 2. These are just travel cases, and some of these, this is like, I don't remember how to say the name, but it's one of my capture cards for older consoles. And then the rest of the stuff is like controllers. And then this drawer is controllers, but there is a steering wheel back there, and the pedals are down there. Yeah, so that's what that is. This room is so crammed. There's so much stuff in this room. This is just a bunch of like, I don't know. I don't have anywhere for this stuff. Like, these are my headphones. This is my analog pocket. This thing is sick. I love this thing. My Switch Lite is just thrown in there, literally. Some portable batteries and stuff like that. One of the many broken PSPs that doesn't work. This one I think is bricked. Someone just sold me a bricked PSP, and they're like, "Oh, no refunds." So that's cool. Boxes for my fighting sticks, the Persona ones. I know I've shown you guys those before. If you want to check out the older videos. This is my retro corner with my CRT. Oh, look, you can see me. Hi. I'm manspreading right now like a terrible person. But yeah, I have the GameCube, PS2, Dreamcast, N64, the Genesis, and NES all hooked up to the TV, and it's kind of a little complicated system back here because this is all I had, so I have to change out these and switch it over and stuff, but I use it occasionally. It's honestly just the PS2 and GameCube, but then maybe I'll play Dreamcast one day. We'll save that for last. Here's the entertainment center. This is an LG 64-inch OLED or something like that. I don't know. It actually started glitching on me last night, literally last night. It just started having purple lines and like spazzing out everywhere. And I was like, oh, great. My OLED TV is just randomly breaking. But then I unplugged it and plugged it back in. And it's worked the last 24 hours, so who knows? But I have the PS4 hooked up to it. I have PS3, Xbox One. That is the Wii U up in the corner. And then the PS5 is hiding behind it. There's one of my fighting sticks. I recently went to a fighting game tournament. Did not participate, but I went to one and it kind of inspired me. So we'll see about playing that. And then the little Switch dock is right behind there too. And I do have the, like, I got that light strip that you put on the back of the TV. I don't really use it, but whenever I do, it's kind of cool for mood. I've shown you guys these before, stuff like that. And then over here, the infamous mouse pads and some Persona stuff. And that brings us lastly to the Persona shelf, which, again, there are some new things. I could quickly point those out, but most of this stuff I've gone over in a video or videos before. The only new things that I can think of would be like, so like I did get some Persona Tactics stuff. I got the collector edition from Japan, and then I also got the Persona 3. I mean, I guess the last time I talked about my Persona stuff, I didn't have any of the Persona 3 stuff. So the Japan collector's edition, the one that came out in America, and then I have some more vinyls, which I don't like vinyl, but I have all the Persona vinyls because I'm insane. And then I've been getting some limited run stuff. So I did get the Nitro Deck for Persona 3 Portable, not Persona 4. And actually, hopefully in a week or two, I make another video. Well, hopefully I make some more, but at least one more video, because the limited run Persona 3 portable and 4 golden stuff should be coming in. And I got both of those, whatever editions are called, the Midnight Edition or Golden Edition or whatever. So hopefully I'll be showing you guys that soon. But yeah, I'll make another video when I feel brave enough to unload this shelf and load it back up, because that is, when I lay all this stuff out, this whole carpet, I'm not exaggerating, this whole carpet is covered, because this isn't even with the books. The books are gone. They're not gone. They're in our library now. So like, there's just so much still. But I'll go over that some other day. Anyways, that's it. That's the game room. This is where I spend not my whole life, but quite a good chunk of it, I guess. At least a few hours a day in here. I hope you enjoyed that. I guess last thing, I have a light stripper on the wall. But when I have it turned off and just that, the mood is a little better. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you like to see more of things like this or unboxings or anything. Check out my other videos. I don't upload consistently, and I never will. But subscribe anyways. All right. Thank you. And goodbye.